Hello and welcome to this Project in a Box collaboration overview. This is going to be looking at collaboration in the system. We're going to be using slides and a discussion here. If you want the full worked demonstration, then you probably want the explored video, the link for which is in the text below. So collaboration, it means a lot to different people. Here we're going to talk about how it can be used to let your team deliver, to work together to deliver a shared goal. That's commonly a project, but not always a project. And so the key thing there is going to be shared understanding, access to documentation, to being able to everybody to understand what they're supposed to be doing and what everybody else is supposed to be doing. Open discussion, so forums for discussing topics related to the activities, sharing views, etc. A task focus, so some sort of planning activity with tasks being allocated to users being able to see what those are and update them if required towards the obvious end objectives of the project. And problem solving, so addressing risks and issues that might come up along the way. So these are what we're taking here as the sort of key aspects. We're going to go beyond collaboration as well at the end of this session. So shared understanding. Well, Project in a Box has a system where it uses what we call a method template. This is a predefined structure for the project that you're running. It's navigated via a diagram, making it very simple to interact with, and users can come and click on the processes and see the documentation associated with the process they're in. Makes it really very easy. You can have as big or as small a set of documentation as you want. You can add new documentation as you go. To go with the templates, you can have hints and tips and guidance, process materials all built into the one place. Very easy to use. As you click on a file here, it will give you a preview if it can, and we preview by far the most common files that are used in systems: Word, Excel, PDFs, images, planner files, emails, all sorts of things. That's certainly the most common, 80% of files that we see turn up. So you can see your files there, like I say, all sorts of different ones that you might be able to use. And this is about users just being able to come in. Of course, it's permissions controlled, so you can hide things from certain people if you want to. But for most users, they're going to be able to come in and see the content that's relevant to them. And if they need to make some changes to it or update it, then they can do that if you give them permissions to do that. A shared understanding often leads on to discussions. So that discussion can be by updating documents and leaving comments and notes associated with that. It can also be via these discussions forums. So we have what we call collaboration threads. Project managers can set up threads, topics that they want people to talk about. And then any user, even view-only users actually, who can't normally update documentation, can come in here and contribute to these threads. Really easy. You come in, find the one, read what's there, add your own post to the end of that. Very simple to do. Just open the form, type in what you're thinking, copy and paste in what you're thinking, and that content will be shown there. And in fact, you can sign up to these threads to receive email notifications. So you can be busy working around something else, you get an email in telling you that somebody else has added a new comment that you might want to see, and then you can simply click on the link and it will take you back to the browser interface to read that comment in detail and to add your own responses if you want to. So the system's going to keep you engaged with those discussions as they're happening. You don't have to, of course, sign up for them, so that's an optional thing. And then we have searching. So all of the content in your project, all of those files, and also all of your discussions threads are indexed for searching. So you can come in here and search for something like supplier, and it will find all the files that match the term supplier and also all the collaboration thread contents that match the term supplier. So it's getting you straight to the point in the file or the file version which has the particular phrase you're interested in, and also the collaboration thread that has that as well. So that's really quite a powerful thing for understanding what's going on, getting to the key information when you need it. Task focus, well, of course, Project in a Box is a more substantial application than just a simple collaboration tool. Here we're thinking about how the collaboration aspects of what Project in a Box does for you. And of course, you can have a plan for your project that can be set up and managed by the project manager. It can also be contributed to by the team members if required. But the simple thing for the team member is they come in and they click on the button that says show my tasks, and it gives them a list of their tasks. They can see when they start, when they end, associated information about them. Then they can click in if they want to in detail and see everything, who else is working on that task apart from them, what the description is of what they're supposed to be doing, all that sort of information for you, for your tasks. You don't necessarily see the 300 tasks in the project, you just see the 10 that you're working on. Project managers, of course, can see a higher level, but this is about team members' general collaboration, and getting people focused in on their tasks is important. If the project manager wants you to update your task, then you'll be able to do that by updating the original plan. Otherwise, it's just a read only, and often that's the way that project managers actually want it to be. Team members are consuming information rather than always providing it. And then problem solving. So unfortunately, activities, problems come up along the way. They'll be recorded as risks or issues within the system, and just like you can see your tasks, you can also see the risks and the issues that either are assigned to you or that you're assigned to deal with as part of one of the responses. And again, we can see those list of things here. We can click in to them for detail. We've got risks and issues showing up here, and again, you'll just click on this, show my risks, show my issues, and get those up straight away. Of course, the project manager can also be running notifications to tell you about these things. You might be getting an email in the morning telling you there's a new risk or issue for you to deal with, or a new task allocated to you. So the system can be keeping you in touch with these things as well, which is all, of course, very helpful. So those are the sort of key things that you see in most collaboration systems. Of course, Project in a Box goes far, far beyond that capability level. It's a fully fledged project program portfolio management system. So it's also going to provide you with a much richer interface, which is often used by the higher level users. The team members are often at the collaboration level, but higher level users can access resourcing information. Actually, users can access their own resource profile if they need to. We've got a fully fledged plan and task application, so storing all of that information centralized for you so you can analyze that. This is a list of overdue tasks in a program. You can go through and find what's not been done that should have been done and who's supposed to be working on it. That sort of higher level investigation area. Of course, full extensive reporting at a project level and also at a program and portfolio level, so you can get fully fledged report resources produced straight away for you at the touch of a button that you can circulate as Word files or as browsers or publish for other people to see, etc. And the data range that you're dealing with goes far beyond tasks, risks and issues we've talked about so far, and includes benefits and finances and health and safety stats if you want, and in fact any other sort of data that you want to collect. You can personalize this system to match it. It's not a rigid database, it's available for your personalization to your organization's requirements. And the frameworks that you use, earlier on we saw a sort of simple 4-step project, but actually you can use any sort of different methods in here. Here's an agile method running, a Scrum approach. You can have Prince2, and you can have all sorts of different frameworks either off the shelf or personalizing it for your own, and that's a pretty straightforward process to do. So this is about matching the system to your organization's requirements. It's something that can grow with you over your maturity. So a collaboration tool might, if you're just coming at the very bottom level and you've never used something before, that's great to start helping getting you some things moving, but actually you'll outgrow that quite quickly. This is something that can grow with you through to really the quite higher levels of maturity in project management. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful. I'll say that was the overview session. We have a fully featured demonstration of all of those areas in the explored video, and the details for that are in the text below. Thank you very much.